Okay, so today we're going to be discussing which optional setups you should do for the big con. But before we get any further, make sure you pick the cheapest gunman and driver and the most expensive hacker. If you want to know why, it's basically because you don't need good weapons for big con, as you only need to melee kill a few guards, and you can do that with a pistol. And the getaway cars really aren't that important. But the reason you should pick the best hacker is because the hacker determines how long you get inside the vault. But if you're looking for a more in-depth explanation, then click on the link at the top of the screen, and that's where I explain in detail which is the best gunman, driver and hacker to use. But with that out of the way, let's just get straight into it. So first things first, I'd recommend the Micro SMG loadout for your choice of weapons, and the Sentinel Classics for your choice of getaway cars. So the first optional prep we're going to cover is the patrol routes. Now this one's pretty straightforward and easy. All you need to do is go over to where it tells you on the map. There'll be a car park full of enemies. Just get rid of all the enemies, and once they're gone, you'll need to locate the right car. Simply open the boot of the car and take a photograph of that clipboard and then send to Leicester. Once you've done that, just leave the area and lose the cops. It shouldn't take you longer than about 3 minutes. Now, by doing this setup mission, it allows you to see where the guards are on your minimap during the heist, as you can see right there if you look at my map. So now we're going to do the heist without doing the patrol routes, and when we check the map, as you can see, the guards aren't displayed unless you get right up close to them. So to put it simply, this setup mission basically allows you to see the positions of all the guards on your map without actually having to get close to them. Now, do you need to do this setup for the big con? Well, not really, because you're going to be running right past the guards to get in and out of the vault, as you can see us doing right here. And because you're in disguise, the guards won't react to you even if you're right next to them, so you don't really need to know where they are on the map, because it's not like you need to avoid them. However, once you get up to the top floor, then you will need to avoid the guards. But even without doing the patrol routes, you can still see this guy before he comes around the corner. So all you need to do is knock him out, and then there's one more guy that you need to knock out, and you can pretty much see where he is on the map too before he sees you. And then you can escape the building undetected. So for the big con, you don't really need to do the patrol routes. Okay, next, let's go over the Duggan shipment setup. So what does this one involve? Basically, you need to go around the map and assassinate as many targets as you can within 10 minutes. There's a total of 10 targets to take out, and these targets will be spread out all across the map, so you'll need a fast, weaponised vehicle like a Buzzard or an Oppressor Mark II if you wish to take out all the targets before the timer runs out. Now, what does this setup mission do? Basically, how it works is the more targets you take out, the less armour the guards will have during the heist. So, if you do the heist without doing the Duggan Shipments mission, the guards will be equipped with body armour, bulletproof helmets, and powerful weapons, as you can see here. And if you complete the Duggan Shipment setup mission, then the guards won't have any armour and will have really poor weapons as well. So, for the big con, is it worth doing the Duggan shipments? Well, actually no, because remember, on the big con you don't need to shoot anyone. All you need to do is melee kill a few guards like this, and as you can see there, even with full armour, you can still knock them out with one hit. So the Duggan shipments wouldn't really make a difference. Whether they have full armour or not, one hit to the head still knocks them out. So for big con, the Duggan shipments isn't necessary. Anyway, the next setup is going to be security intel. Now, this one is slightly different from the other setups because for some of you, it might be locked. So in order to unlock it, you need to host and complete all of the casino missions. And to do that, you must own a penthouse, which are quite expensive. So it's easy to see why some of you haven't unlocked this one yet. But the good thing about this setup is once you complete it, you'll never have to do it again. So I don't actually have footage of this one because once I completed it, I haven't had to do it since, and I didn't record it for the first time. But it's actually a really easy mission to do. All you need to do is come to this area right here, meet up with Vincent, and there'll be a report of a stolen car. You just need to chase after that car, shoot the driver out, and bring the car back to Vincent, and that's it, and you'll never have to do this mission again. So, if you're wondering what this mission does, it's actually very similar to the patrol routes, and instead of it allowing you to see where all the guards are on your map, it shows you where all the CCTV cameras are. So, if this mission is locked for you and you can't afford to buy a penthouse, then it isn't really a big problem because you can just memorise where all the cameras are. But, if you have got a penthouse, I'd say it's definitely worth doing these missions to unlock this setup because once you've done it, you'll never have to do it again. Okay, next setup is going to be the power drills, and again, this one's a really straightforward and easy mission to do. You just need to go over to a construction site. There will be a few enemies there. I'd say just kill the enemies, otherwise they'll keep attacking you. Then all you need to do is find the power drills, lose your wanted level, and then deliver them back to your arcade. So, by obtaining these drills, it allows you to break open small deposit boxes when you're inside the vault, as you can see here. And these boxes contain anything up to 10k, But the thing is, remember, you only have a short amount of time when you're inside the vault before you need to leave. And because these deposit boxes only contain 10k at best, there's no point in drilling them open unless you've already collected all of the main target, which is either cash, gold, artwork or diamonds. And if you're doing your heist with only one other person, then you'll probably run out of time before you can do that anyway. So there's no point in obtaining these drills unless you've got enough time to get all of the main target and have at least an extra 40 seconds or so left to allow you to drill some of those deposit boxes. The only time you should consider getting the power drills is if your target is artwork, because with 2 people you can collect all the artwork really quickly, and if you're lucky you might have an extra 40 or 50 seconds to spare, at which point you have enough time to drill some deposit boxes. But even in that time you'll probably only make about 40k at best. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the exit disguises. Now there's a choice of 2 to choose from. You can either go with the police outfits or the firefighter outfits. And to put it simply, the disguises make it slightly easier to escape the building without being spotted, which I'll explain in detail later. First, we'll cover the police disguise outfits. So to get them, you'll need to go to the police station and steal them. Now this mission can be very difficult to do because as soon as you get in there, you'll need to shoot your way through the cops, and consequently you'll get an instant 4-star wanted level. So you're going to want to find the outfits quickly, otherwise by the time you get outside and try and escape, you'll have to deal with loads of cops shooting at you and you'll probably die repeatedly. So make sure you find the outfit quickly so you can escape before too many cops show up. So once you've got your outfit, unfortunately you can't just call Lester to remove your wanted level. So what I do is I just go in the subway tunnels, wait for my wanted level to disappear, and then deliver it back to the arcade. Okay, now we're going to cover the firefighter's outfit, and I'd say this one's definitely much easier to get than the police outfits. So basically all you need to do is steal a fire truck, lose your wanted level, and then deliver it back to your arcade. And the reason this one's so much easier is because you don't immediately get surrounded by cops, and once you're inside a vehicle, you're not exactly vulnerable to being shot. Whereas with the police outfits, you'd have to exit the police station on foot where the cops would already be waiting for you. So, to lose the wanted level, I just drove off road and avoided the cops until I eventually lost them. But if you're struggling to lose the cops, just drive into the subway or the sewer tunnels in the city and you should lose them there. Once you've lost the cops, deliver it back to your arcade. So, what do these outfits actually do? Basically, they come into play towards the end of the heist, and what they allow you to do is walk right past the guards and exit the building without them suspecting anything, as you can see here. And if you're wondering what the difference is between the police and the firefighter's outfit, there's no difference at all, apart from what they look like. They both do exactly the same thing, which is allow you to disguise yourself so you can walk right past the guards. And in terms of which one to pick, I'd say choose the firefighter's outfit, simply because it's easier to obtain than the police outfit. Now, if you do your heist without the disguise outfits, you'll have to be a bit more careful when escaping the building and make sure that you're not spotted by any guards or CCTV cameras, otherwise you'll blow your cover. What you do is just check the map and wait until the coast is clear and then make your way to the exit. So, to sum it up, the disguise outfits just make it a little bit easier to escape the building without blowing your cover, allowing you to walk right past the guards. But would I recommend getting the outfits? I'd say it's all down to personal preference because I think it's not that hard to escape without them. You just have to wait until the guards turn their back and then you can just walk right out the exit. But it's up to you. If you feel that it'd make your heist easier, then I'd say go ahead and get them. Now we're going to move on to the final optional prep, which is the security pass. There's actually 2 different passes. There's a level 1 and there's a level 2 pass. So you're going to want to pick the level 2 security pass, which is the one that's got 2 pictures on it, as you can see there. Now this mission is really straightforward and easy. All you need to do is go to a certain area, steal the security pass, and you don't even need to deliver it to your arcade. You just need to leave the area and then that's it. So there's actually 2 versions of this mission. The first one we're going to cover involves you going to this sort of party, I guess, of NPCs and just blending in for a few minutes while Lester locates the right target. Then all you need to do is search the area, pick up the security pass, and once you've got it, just leave the area and that's basically it. It's really easy. And the second version of this mission involves you stealing a hearse, driving it to the morgue and searching the dead body of a casino valet for the pass. Now, when you steal the hearse, you'll get a 2-star wanted level, so just lose the cops by driving in the back alleys and then pull up at the morgue. When you enter, you need to locate the dead valet, search him for the pass and then leave the building. Now, when you do the security pass setup, you won't have to do both of these missions, you'll only have to do one or the other. So anyway, by obtaining this pass, it basically allows you to gain access to pretty much any door you want simply by swiping it, which makes things really convenient. But what happens if you do the heist without getting this pass? Well, if you don't have a pass, in order to open each door, you'll have to hack them, which makes things so much harder. So instead of just swiping a card, you'll have to play some hacking minigame in order to unlock each door. This hacking game involves you seeing a pattern of blue dots that will flash 3 times on the screen, and you have to memorise where they were and then repeat them on the next screen. But wait, it gets worse, because after you've done that, you'll have to do 2 more. And because they only flash for a split second, it's quite hard to memorise exactly where they are, and if you mess up too many times, then this will alert the guards. So then, if you're prepared to stand there and play some tedious hacking game for at least a minute and a half to open one door, then don't get the level 2 security pass. Or, if you like most people and can't be bothered with all the hassle, get the level 2 security pass and open any door you want simply by swiping a card. So there you have it. The level 2 security pass is definitely a must-have. It makes things 10 times easier, and it means you don't have to stand there for ages trying to hack each door in order to open it. You can just swipe a card and then go straight through. But anyways, that pretty much wraps everything up for today's video. We've covered all the optional setups for BigCon, and I hope you found this useful in helping you to decide which ones to do and which ones not to do. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy today's video, then feel free to drop a like, and if you enjoy my content, then consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.